Some cases never truly close. They remain open wounds, lingering in the minds of those who seek justice. Today, we revisit a story that has haunted a town for decades. A story of innocence lost, unanswered questions, and the pursuit of truth. What really happened to Lisa Hartley? And did justice come too late or not at all? Lisa Hartley was more than a name in a case file. She was a child full of life, laughter, and dreams. At just 8 years old, she adored Sunday dresses, bedtime stories, and running through the yard with her older siblings. She loved collecting stickers, making up songs, and staying outside until the streetlights flickered on. To those who knew her, Lisa was a burst of sunshine, always curious, always smiling. Her world was simple, safe. At least that's what everyone believed. The Hartleys were a family built on faith. Every morning started with prayer. Every Sunday was spent at church. Their belief in God was unwavering. Their home filled with scripture and love. But when Lisa was taken, that faith was tested in unimaginable ways. Some found solace in it, clinging to the hope that justice would prevail. Others struggled. How could something so cruel happen to someone so innocent? Was this a test of faith or proof that the world was far more unjust than they had ever feared? August 15th, 1975. It was an ordinary summer morning. Lisa had been excited for Bible camp, already dressed in her favorite yellow sundress. Her mother reminded her to be home by dinner. Lisa promised she would, but dinner time came and went. And Lisa never returned. Authorities wasted no time. Flyers were posted, search teams formed, the woods, the parks, even the rivers, everywhere Lisa could have wandered was combed through. But as days turned to weeks, hope began to fade. The town was left with only one terrifying question. Where was Lisa? Buried beneath a layer of fallen leaves, Lisa's remains were found. It was no accident. The innocence that had once defined her was stolen in the cruelest way possible. Her family, her town, everyone was left shattered. And yet, despite the horror of the discovery, no arrests were made. The case, for all its tragedy, quickly grew cold. The world around town changed overnight. Doors that were once left unlocked now had deadbolts. Children were no longer allowed to roam freely. A town that once prided itself on trust became a place ruled by fear. Every stranger was now a suspect. Every shadow held a threat. And for Lisa's family, grief turned into an unbearable silence. For nearly 5 decades, Lisa's case remained frozen in time, but in 2023, new advancements in DNA technology breathed life back into the investigation. Old evidence was re-examined, long-forgotten details revisited, and one name resurfaced: Thomas Ziegler. A minister, a community leader, a man who had stood in the very church Lisa's family once prayed in. For years, Ziegler was seen as a man of faith, a mentor to those who sought guidance. But beneath the sermons, beneath the carefully crafted image, was there something darker? Or was he just another man caught in the crossfire of a desperate investigation? In 2023, detectives brought Ziegler in for questioning. At first, he denied everything, but after hours of interrogation, his story changed. He confessed. He said he took Lisa. He said he hurt her. He described details only the killer would know. But almost immediately, doubt crept in. Ziegler was 84 years old. His health was failing. His mind was fading. Was this a man finally unburdening his soul? Or was he a confused old man being coerced into a... His defense team wasted no time in calling it a setup. They claimed the detectives had fed him details, pushed him into saying what they wanted to hear, and without physical evidence, they had no way to prove otherwise. Then, a twist no one saw coming. A woman stepped forward with something she had kept hidden for nearly 50 years. A diary. It was from 1975, written when she was just a child, and inside was a single haunting entry. I think Mr. Z might be the one who kidnapped Lisa. Had she seen something all those years ago? Had a child's gut feeling been dismissed too quickly? Or was it nothing more than speculation? The trial was swift. Witnesses testified, arguments were made, but in the end, it all came down to the jury. After just 1 hour of deliberation, the verdict was read: not guilty. Ziegler walked free, and the town was left divided. Some believed justice had been served, others believed Lisa's killer had just been allowed to slip through the cracks once more. Does faith demand forgiveness, or is justice the higher power? Lisa's case reignited a debate as old as time. Was Ziegler a victim of a flawed system, or a man who had fooled the world? Lisa Hartley should have grown up. She should have had birthdays, a future, a life, but instead her name remains attached to a mystery that may never truly be solved. Was the right man accused? Did the justice system fail her? Or was the real monster never even questioned? Time may pass, but for those who remember Lisa, one question remains: will we ever know the full truth? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as we continue exploring stories that shape our world. And tell us in the comments, do you believe justice was served?